As you guys know, I am on a mission to purchase a factory-sealed Super Mario Bros. Game, which is going to cost me at least $10,000. This is going to be the first update in this since I made the initial video showing you guys the first wave of stuff that I'm going to be selling. And unfortunately, I sit here and I can tell you guys that I have fallen into the exact same issue that I always fall into. I simply haven't listed enough stuff for sale. I have not put enough time into actually selling the stuff. Which tomorrow is going to be a Sunday. I have no excuses. I'm gonna put like 5 hours into just listing stuff for sale because that's all I need to do. There's nothing else to say. I just need to list shit for sale. But there is some good news. Since I did make the initial video, just some random people reaching out, I have sold the first 12 items, the first $500 for Mission Mario, which is not at all sustainable. 12 items for 500 bucks, like that is a lot of the stuff I'm going to be selling, or a lot of the stuff I'm focusing on selling, is not that valuable. But it does feel good to get the ball rolling, kind of rip off the band-aid, I guess. You know what I mean? Those first few sales really do mean the most. It only gets easier as you keep going. And also, we do have an unboxing to do this video because I was able to do one of the sales was sale plus trade with Discord member Silvergun. It was one of those unsolicited, hey, do you have any Sega Genesis games for sale? Which I do, but they're at storage, they're at my parents' house, they're out of the way, tucked away. I don't want to deal with Sega Genesis at all right now. But they happen to have a brand new Dragon Ball Z game that I still do need for my actual collection, so I was willing to work with them. I was willing to part ways with some really good Sega Genesis titles, which is a lot of why we're up to $500 already. And he also did say he loaded this up with some other fun surprises, so I look forward to that as well. So say thank you to every single patron, help support the channel, as well as the YouTube members. I can't do this without you guys. Hit the like button, and let's talk about what's out the door so far. So here is the reality of my situation. The shelf looks the exact same it did a couple of weeks ago, so that sucks. But here is the first stuff that went out the door here. I'll just come bring this down. Pokemon Red manual plus the manual for Steel Empire. Remember I said this was water damage, not that nice. Even the Pokemon Red manual isn't that nice, but I did this stuff with someone who's local. It's someone I've been working with for like 10 years, maybe even longer, right? I've known him. We both collect local, so I tried to hook that guy up with the best deals I possibly could. So manuals here, that was $7 US. Beautiful. Dragon Quest 1 and 2 also did sell, which is great because I didn't know who I was going to sell these to or where, if I'd have to eBay them, right? I just didn't want to deal with it, but I got these both when I was first getting into Japanese game collecting. So I was just doing complete in box because it was quite cheap to do, right? There was not, even right now, you can get these quite cheap. So the pair of them, number 1 and 2, sold locally for $35 US for the pair, which actually is a loss. I did take a small loss on these, man. That is amazing, hey? I was able to get a factory, or a brand new copy, sorry. They never came factory sealed. I was able to get an unopened copy of Dragon Quest 1. I still need to get an unopened copy of number 2. I would show you my unopened copy of 1, but I literally don't know where it is right now. And then Kiwi Craze. This is on NES. Uncommon NES game, it always has been. And again, just trying to do a good thing here for someone who's local, for someone who I actually like. I sold this one for 80 Canadian. What is that? I'm trying to give you guys all the prices in US. About 55 US, I think, for it. I think that's what that converts to, about 55 US. So if you check price charts, you can see that's below price charts. It just doesn't matter to me. The goal is to move stuff, especially locally. So I'm more than okay with selling stuff below price charts, especially if you factor shipping and stuff. Like, I'm trying to give as good prices locally as I can just to get rid of this stuff. And this next one is crazy here because this is actually really good stuff. This is where the bulk of that $500 so far is coming from. So it started off with Extreme G, which they saw in my video, which Silvergun saw, the person I did the sale plus trade with. Pretty decent copy here. You can see at the bottom it's creased right there. So I think this was about $200 valuation. We got that gone. And I'm not getting rid of factory sealed N64 right now, right? Like, I guess if you're looking for a specific title or something, maybe reach out. But like, I'm not trying to get rid of nice stuff right now. Stuff like this doesn't worry me. I don't care. But then we got to the Sega Genesis games, which if you guys know anything about Sega, I mean, oh my god, man. This person has immaculate taste in games, right? Jeez. And some of you guys might not even know this, but I have a pretty extensive CIB Sega Genesis collection. Contra Hardcore, like, man. I can't even express, like, this is that spot where, as a collector, as someone who's done this for so many years, I don't want to get rid of Contra Hardcore. I don't want to get rid of Mega Turrican, right? This is amazing Sega Genesis game here. Same with Alicia Dragoon. Like, this is really good stuff. These are really good Sega Genesis titles here. Valis 3, one of the renovation titles. The thing is, though, right? Like, I say this, I don't want to get rid of these. I've owned these probably for 11 more. Like 11 years I've probably owned these. The thing is, though, I haven't bought a Sega Genesis game. I have not added to my Sega Genesis collection, I don't know, 7 years? Like, it's been, I don't collect Sega Genesis, right? That's the easiest way I can put it. I simply don't buy Sega Genesis games anymore. So we're in this spot where I don't want to get rid of these games, but also it's like, I think that's the biggest trap I run into a lot too, is like, I don't want to get rid of this stuff, but when would I ever want to get rid of it, right? It's one of those like pulling off the Band-Aid type. This is such a nice copy too, hey? Manual has a little bit of crinkles in there, but look at that cartridge. Like, not a frickin' mark on that label, hey? Man. I just went to check the price. It was $515 US for these. So again, I'm working with someone from the Discord. I'm trying to give as good of prices as I can, trying to take condition into account, right? Atomic Runner has the big slash here, but add Extreme G to this, and this was like 700 US here for the thing, which I did actually subtract what it cost me to bring in. So I did, like, you know what I mean? I took the value of what I traded for and also reduced it from the valuation of this. But I guess it feels good to be getting rid of some Genesis stuff. I don't know. When we actually get to the point, I'm probably going to get rid of like 90% of my Sega Genesis games because I like I said, right? It just doesn't matter. And as cool as it is to own something like Mega Turrican, right? Like, this is cool, man. For any Sega Genesis collector, anyone who likes Sega Genesis, like, this is frickin' cool, man. But at the end of the day, I'm really coming to the spot where you can't own everything. You just can't own everything. Also, a little bit funny, I showed this stupid activator thing the other time on video. Put it on the ground here. I looked it up on eBay because I was gonna post this for sale. There was like a brand new unused copy, like as good as it gets, right? And it sold for like $47 US. So I think I'm gonna put this up for 15 bucks locally. Do you think someone's actually going to buy this for 15 bucks?
Hey, I doubt it.
And also, some other thing I found here was a copy of Shadow the Hedgehog on original Xbox, which, I know, right? Who cares? Shadow the Hedgehog, but thanks to the new Sonic movie coming out, Shadow the Hedgehog on every console, as well as Sonic Adventure 2, as well as Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, have shot up in value. So this Shadow the Hedgehog game here, I think it's still selling for $70, $80 US on eBay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this listed tomorrow, and it should honestly sell within like 24 hours. So if you have a copy of this, if you have any game that features Shadow, you might want to sell it, because that is free money when a movie or a YouTuber hypes up the value of a game. Which brings us back to this station now for the unboxing. So what could possibly be good enough to get rid of all those premium, complete in-box Sega Genesis titles? An extremely niche, unopened Japanese Dragon Ball game. I know I talk a lot about investing, optimizing, doing all this stuff. This is not that. This is collecting, purely for collecting. This is one of those personal items, like, this is trading away those games for this Dragon Ball game. Probably a net negative overall, to be completely honest. But hey, that's what collecting is all about, right? We add to the stuff where I actually want something for my collection still, versus those Genesis games. Now, this came from Germany, by the way. So if you're like, wow, this is really taped up. This is really protected. Yeah, it had to go through customs. It had to go across the ocean. I understand why they used as much shipping material here as they did. And like I said, there's a bunch of bonus items in here as well, which I know it kind of goes against what I'm doing, right? They're including other free gifts and stuff in a spot where I'm trying to get rid of everything. I have received gifts a couple of times from other people while being a YouTuber now, and it's pretty awesome. It's awesome to just hold on to that stuff as like a It acts as like a time capsule of this part of my life, because I can fully sit here and say I'm not going to be a YouTuber forever, right? It's its own time capsule of this time in my life. But here we go. We got a nice little gift too, even wrote a hand message. So again, this is Silvergun in the Discord. Thank you so much. I'm glad you could be one of my very first sales for Mission Mario. Hey Greg, hope this package arrives well and wanted to thank you for the fantastic community and your videos. It was the main reason why I got more into sealed and graded games and have tons of fun with it. Being in a community that is not salty and negative all the time and is actually positive is pretty refreshing. Yes! One of the biggest things I ever wanted to do with the YouTube, with making the Discord, with Instagram, anything, right? With any kind of community aspect of this channel, I wanted it to actually focus on positive. So I'm glad that it's standing out, and I hope that you guys also enjoy the positive community that we've put together here. Hope the hobby grows in the future so more people can keep enjoying it. Wish you the best success with Mission Mario and have fun with the gifts I included in the package. And then we also have a full description of everything that's included in this package. Wow, this is like professional done. I want to make sure you guys can get as much of this as I can. So that's what I see as soon as I move it. Choaniki pinup poster. Of course, as a big Choaniki fan, you need to also get something Choaniki related. The dude in the picture isn't a random buff dude, but Toshio Kanuma. At the time of the Choaniki PS1 game, he won the Japanese bodybuilding championship 9 consecutive years. Right now, he's 66 and works as a professional trainer in Japan. Okay, that's crazy. Yeah, so this is, this opens up here, I guess. Here we go. So there it is. Wonderful, beautiful Choaniki fan. I love bodybuilding. I have some Arnold Schwarzenegger magazines too, so like this fits in perfectly. That is incredible in of itself. The next thing here are Japanese PlayStation postcards. They were made in 1994 Q4 to promote several upcoming PS1 games. Quite rare and pretty cool, with some having different art. We got Tales of Fantasia there. Capcom Generation 5. Yeah, these are really cool. Japanese has so much cool promo items, postcards, everything like that. Street Fighter 03, Final Fantasy. Is this Chocobo's Dungeon 2? Perhaps? It's Chocobo something, I believe. And Urgies, fighting game on the PS1 featuring Squaresoft characters. I never actually had the chance to play Urgies, but like obviously very cool. So now I'm thinking this guy might actually be the Japanese bodybuilder, given that he's a real human. I was thinking it was the other one, they just like made him look like a video game character, but now I'm guessing this guy is actually the Japanese bodybuilder. This next thing here is massive. Oh my gosh. I'm guessing this is a poster, but like, this is, oh my god, this looks really, really, really cool. Look at that. Holy shit. I can't even fit it. There we go. Oh my god, man. Marvel superheroes there with Captain America taking up most of it. That is, so actually on Heritage Auctions the other night, I even bid on a factory sealed copy of Marvel Superheroes, being part of the Marvel vs. Capcom series, a game series I love, fighting series I love. I like Marvel. I wasn't able to win it. It sold for like $1,600, but damn man, this is awesome. Again, speaking of a folder here, promotional sales folder for Pokemon Stadium 2 Gold and Silver. Just highlights the game and stuff. If you guys don't know, these basically came out for any big game. You could also get like a sales promo folder. Again, they're just items that, like these are awesome. This is awesome. I have some other ones for other games. I don't have one for this. This is great. A sales promo sheet for Tekken 2 here. Another one here for the original Persona game. That is very cool. Persona is one of those series where I own games in the series. I have factory sealed PlayStation 1 copy. It's one of those series where I've always wanted to play a Persona game, but I never have. I've watched a lot of Persona 4 or 5 be played. I didn't play it myself, I just watched, but it's always been super curious to me. I think I would like it, I think I would enjoy it. I've just never gotten around to playing it. This box has way more stuff in it than I expected, like truly. Silvergun, this is crazy, man. You did not have to do this whatsoever. So I think this is artwork here. This artist only sells his work on Katawiki. It's an auction website for more expensive stuff, but you can also buy video games on there. Sadly, it's mostly common stuff, but sometimes it's a great game that comes up and other awesome stuff. So these are made with spray paint and pastel crayons on on rice paper. There's a word there I can't even pronounce. He makes only 10 of each, and the artist does a variety of other games for his art. Okay, this seems like too good. We're getting into the area now of stuff that's like too cool to be giving as just a free gift. Like, what? So here's the certificate of authenticity about the artwork that's included here. And like, what? Look at this. This isn't a print. This is actually done on spray paint and rice paper. Like, I can't even... This looks so good, man. Again, to just be including this in the package, like, I feel like I need to send you some money, Silvergun. This is insane, man. And there's another one included here. I feel like I'm handling precious artifacts here. Again, this is... I can't believe this is actual artwork. I can't believe this is actually, like... that this isn't just a printed poster here that I'm holding. Made with spray paint and pastel crayons on rice paper. 10 of each, and the artist does a variety of other games. That is insane. That is insane. When we started this unboxing and I saw some of the Choediki stuff, I was like, oh yeah, you know, like that's like kind of meme stuff, not stuff that's like actually valuable. Even those postcards, the flyers, like the Persona flyer, the Pokemon flyer. Like, oh my god, man. We got a Collector Pro album here of cards. Oh my god, this is fun. They're like the anime style Yu-Gi-Oh cards that you'd actually see, like, you know, in Yugi's hand that he's be using. Again, this is just so cool. Like, I assume these are super cheap. They strike me as like novelty cards, but man, this is perfect. All the great cards from the show here. And you, again, like, hey, there we go. We got the uncensored version of Premature Burial right there. They changed that to in the North American one. They got rid of the cross. I'm pretty sure that's what they got rid of there for the censorship. That is super fun. These are awesome. Again, stuff I'm never going to get rid of. Like, this is just awesome. I think this next thing here is a set of Virtual Boy playing cards, I think. Yes, it is. You can see there, we got Virtual Boy. We got a normal set of playing cards here. Every single one of them is Virtual Boy. So again, just a weird Japanese promo item here. And I actually do have a an Ocarina of Time set playing cards as well that I got from another purchase. So now we're into what looks like just actual video games here. And if these are all factory sealed, like, oh my gosh, man. So Castlevania Lords of Shadow PS3 here, factory sealed copy of the game, which again is awesome, right? I don't own a copy. I did want to, like, this is actually a game I would purchase myself. I would buy this. That is great. Thank you. We also have, here we go. This is more what I was talking about with the meme stuff. Super skid marks. And we have cows wearing rollerblades. What the heck is this? He probably wrote this down. So this is part of the cool as fuck animal with sunglasses collections, and it's gonna look awesome grouped together with Las Vegas Pikachu and the Black Bass. And the Black Bass, sorry, I always say bass when I see the word bass. The fishing game, the Black Bass, which was actually given to me by Undamned like 2 years ago now in an unboxing video I did with him. Is Sega Genesis, Sega Master System, it's region locked, isn't it? This being a PAL copy here of, or the Mega Drive, sorry, the Mega Drive system in Sega Genesis. I think the Sega is region locked. I'm gonna have to look that up because if it's not, I absolutely need to actually sit down and play this. I love a good meme game. So this one here, I do have to use his description. This is Koji Hayama, Burning My Soul CD. So Koji Hayama is the composer for Choeniki games and was the main reason I love the game so much. This is my favorite CD from him and it's just so damn good. A mix of J-rock and goofy, energetic tracks. So yeah, if you guys haven't figured it out yet, Silvergun is a massive Choeniki fan. I collect Dragon Ball Z stuff. I'm guessing that his Dragon Ball Z is Choeniki, which I actually don't know a lot about the series myself, but you know, having exposure like this now, I definitely need to check it out. I'm going to check out the CD as well and see why he loves the soundtrack so much. Next time I'm working out, I'll put that on. Another amazing meme game here. This one is The PS1 pig game. I don't even know what the title is. That's all he wrote down for this. PS1 pig game goes with super skid marks. The Japanese meme animal game collection is coming along amazing. We also have DBZ. And no, not Dragon Ball Z. This is Dead Ball Zone. So this thing says here, I know you're a big DBZ fan, but I have no idea why this one isn't in your collection. No idea where Goku and the rest of their crew are and why everything's so dark and why they play football, but maybe it's just a spin-off. Perfect game for the DBZ collection. This guy gets it. This guy gets it. And then, of course, he also did include an actual Choaniki video game here. I believe this is AI Choaniki, one of my favorite covers, and the game is a unique mix of shmup and fighting game where you'll pull the fighting moves and do different attacks. You can also use this CD to listen to the soundtrack as long as you skip track 2. So there you go. I am now officially a Choaniki collector as well. So thank you, Silvergun, for all of this here. One more item here before we get to the Dragon Ball Z. And honestly, I had no idea this unboxing was going to have so much stuff in it. Like, this is... I know I've said it before, I've said it again, but this is incredible, man. And this is... Oh my god. Again, like, this isn't a meme, man. This is actual value. This is just... Look at that. That is a brand new... It looks like a Digimon Tamagotchi. I guess yeah, it is. It's a Digimon Tamagotchi. This Digimon Tamagotchi started as an alternative for boys and is one of the first Digimon-related products released and also brand new, never used. Yeah, that is, like, oh man, that's crazy, dude. That is so cool. You guys know I'm also a massive Digimon collector. I have a big, I almost said Dragon Ball Z again. I have a big Digimon video game collection I need to show on camera at one point, but like, thank you. This is, this is awesome. This whole unboxing is incredible. Getting to the reason we did this whole transaction in general, like all of that other stuff, I had no idea was being included. This is what we did the deal for. So what we have here is one of the earliest Dragon Ball games that does exist, released on Famicom, Japan. It might be 1986? It's very early. Maybe it'll be on the graded game here, which this is also the very first pixel graded game I have ever held in my hands. Let me just take it out of the little plastic here. We have Dragon Ball Shenron no Nazo, or Dragon Ball The Secret Scrolls, I think it's called in English. Yeah, 1986 Famicom release, brand new. On the Pixel label here, you can see it puts, it says NIB. It's an 85 plus up here. This feels quality. Like I said, I've never held a pixel graded game in my hands before, but it feels very, very, very similar in quality to VGA. Yeah, it even has the separation at the back here, just like VGA. I don't want to say it just copied VGA's design, but it is extremely similar, and in a good way, right? Like, I'm saying that as a good thing. Yeah, this Dragon Ball game, 1986, one of the first released on Famicom. This is actually the game that we did get in North America, I believe. We got it as, now I can't even think about it. Now I need to check. Yes, confirmed. This is called Dragon Power in North America, but it doesn't have any of the actual Dragon Ball branding. They had to drop it, they didn't get licensing, whatever it was. But with these super early Dragon Ball Famicom games, they never came factory sealed, like I said earlier there with the other Japanese games. I didn't even think I would be able to find this in brand new state. So once Silvergun said he had a couple of copies, which I know, right? He came across 2 copies. So what are the odds? But once he said he had these copies, I was like, okay, what do you want for it? Let's trade, let's make a deal, let's make it happen. Which is the only reason I was willing to get rid of all that Sega Genesis stuff. That's it. If he just wanted to buy it, I would have said no. But this is the whole reason we did the trade, and then, like I said, the absolute insanity of him including everything else is just, there's nothing else I can say, it's just thank you so much, Silvergun. This truly has been incredible. Mission Mario, we have our first $500. We did our first deal with someone in the Discord, someone locally. Only looking up from here. I'm going to get a ton of stuff listed tomorrow. I'm going to have another update video in a couple of weeks. Subscribe to follow along with the journey. This has been amazing already. It's going to be a big year. It's going to be a big year. Thank you for watching, you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.